welcome to Gen AI Futurecast. Today we're interviewing Dr. Lavanya Prahalad, who created the program called Research Spark Hub. How about you introduce yourself?
Hi, Khush. Thank you so much. I'm Lavanya Prahalad, founder and CEO of Research Spark Hub, an organization dedicated to help motivated high school students develop meaningful research skills through personalized mentorship and hands on academic projects. I hold a PhD in linguistics and have a more than decade of experience in language technology, localization research, and program management. Through Research Spark Hub, I work closely with students and mentors to transform students' interest into structured research projects, articles, and conference papers across various domains like artificial intelligence, healthcare, engineering, linguistics, etc. My goal is to make authentic research accessible to young scholars while encouraging curiosity, critical thinking, academic integrity, and lifelong learning.
That's very cool. So, I just have a few questions for you, if that's okay.
Mhm.
I'd like to know, in your job of Research Spark Hub, how do you use AI?
AI, I think it is like an integral part of everyday's life nowadays. So, in Research Park Hub, I use AI as a tool to support research, education, and program management. We use AI to help students explore research questions, review literature, analyze data, develop test models, improve technical writing, and on my own work, I also use AI for content refinement, linguistic analysis, quality assurance, and managing large research projects. I believe that AI should assist human thinking but not replace it. Every output must be reviewed carefully, verified with reliable sources, and used responsibly while maintaining academic integrity, originality, and human judgment.
That's very good because some people say that AI will take their jobs, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
People using AI
Yeah.
will take people's jobs. And also, AI is not here to replace human intelligence, it's here to work with people for human intelligence. So, let's go to the next question. What do you think about researching with AI?
AI should definitely be used in research. I believe combination of AI and research is extremely valuable if used responsibly. AI can help researchers review large amount of information, identify patterns, generate hypotheses, and improve efficiency. And it mainly helps in doing the literature survey of about 30 years and access to the papers, access to the work that was done 30 to 50 years. It's very difficult to search on our own, but AI can do the job in half the amount of a person can do that work. So I think this AI, using AI in research is definitely helpful. But as and I said, we always have to verify the generated information, citing the original resources, protecting data privacy, and we should always remain transparent on about how AI was used. You can't just put the whole paper or whole article in AI or ChatGPT or AI, ask it to write and publish it. It's never it should never be used like that. So it should be used ethically, and this is will be the strongest combination when research and AI is used with the speed and the capabilities and the careful validation.
That's very true. Like, you always need to validate uh, your sources when you research with AI. Another question is for personal use, how do you use AI?
Uh, I use AI in variety of tasks in my day-to-day life. I use it for my research, for my entrepreneurial work. I try to explore ideas, I review them, I organize them, I do literature survey, I analyze the data, I I see how I can correct the grammar. See, I'm not a native speaker of English, so when I think in my native language and I write it in that way. But AI helps me a lot to correct the grammar, make up the sentences in the right frame, and also simplify the complex information. In my company, I use AI to support the mentoring activities, develop research workflows, project ideas and the documentations, and also to track the quality of the work that is done by the student and also by the mentor. And I use it mostly in communication. Because my background is in linguistics, localization and language technology is like very day to day for me. So I am especially interested to understand how AI works on languages, produces content, how it handles multilingual and cultural differences. I do not totally blindly rely on AI output. I definitely use my own experience and judgment to verify information, correct inaccuracies, and and I always try to work on to protect confidentialities for the originality of the work.
Okay, you need to use your own intelligence for some things, so that's also good. Now, in terms of using AI, what are your favorite AI tools?
I have fallen in love with the magnanimity of Claude, how it can just do things. You ask for it and it does for you. And I also like ChatGPT because that's the first tool I was ever introduced to because it has helped my communication very much. And I also work on Canva AI features. I have a Canva subscription, so I use that for to create my presentations and visual content. Then nowadays, I am using Whisper a lot for my work, for the valuable transcription and analysis. My PhD is on political discourse analysis. To I use a lot of Whisper tools to transcribe the data, and I do it for analysis. I choose basically AI tools based on the task. I always review the output carefully without publishing or submitting into the world out there.
Yeah, and also ChatGPT was one of the very first AI
First.
models. So,
Mhm.
so I heard you had a toddler. Um,
Yes.
when do you think you'll let him use AI?
I would definitely have him use AI in his high school when he's doing his applications because um, AI, though it is really good, it is some somehow it's stopping the creativity of a person. You have to use when you are matured, when you have experienced life, but not at the toddler age. I think only in his high school I would let him use AI.
Yeah, that makes sense because in elementary school, middle school, high school, if you're not actually experienced with AI, then I don't think you should be completely using AI. Now let's go back to Research Spark.
Mhm.
Who is the target audience for that app? Tell us
High,
more.
s- high schoolers are the target audience for this program. We started this when Californians have become test blind for ACTs and SATs. So when you apply to the college, your profile has to be very different and it has to be very impressive because you don't have test scores to show. Uh, so I thought, why not research be one kind of extracurricular activity that people can showcase? So people usually I see high schoolers do black belts, music, and many other stuff as an extracurricular activities. But why not research? Why can't high schoolers publish papers and go to conferences, present their work? So taking this as an idea, I thought like I need to cater something back to society for the high schoolers. I have two high schoolers myself, my daughters. So seeing them, and I thought like we should do something back to these high schoolers. That's how Research Park began.
I know you said this tool is mainly targeted towards high schoolers, but can I get started using it? If I can, tell me the steps.
Why not, Kush? Anybody with research bent of mind can do a project with Research Spark Up. So basically, when you want to do a passion project of your own, or if you want us to create a project for you in the area of your interest, we will be very happy to do so. So when you approach us, hey, Lavanya, I want to do a project in science. So we will talk to you and we will understand your interest in science, and we will go to the top notch problems that are existing now in this era, and we tone down the complexity to the students level, and we will create a project for about 4 weeks, 8 weeks, and 12 weeks. And we will assign a mentor who is a PhD graduate and has published papers. And we will have a mentor and a student talk one on one. And based on the student's interest and the project that we conceived, he will do a step by step guide. We believe that a learning should always happen by doing something, like you need to be hands on with learning. So we believe that we do projects in a learning by doing technology. That means a student will read the step by step guide and will start doing each step, and at the end of the fourth week there will be a full set of project that a student would have completed. And we will handhold him, and we will have him write technically, and we will publish in a Medium article, or based on the duration of the project we will have them publish in the conferences. So that is what we basically do. So for you, if you want to come up with a passion project, if you want to do something, we will have a mentor match to you, and we will have you publish in a Medium article.
What messages do you have, or something you want to say to the parents?
So I want to tell all the high school students, parents, that research is a very one of the basic skill that every student has to develop. And at Research Spark Hub, we provide students with structured and personalized mentorship that will help them develop critical thinking, academic writing, data analysis, and we teach them these skills with confidence. And we also focus on authentic learning rather than just adding an activity to the resume. So we also ask students to encourage to ask thoughtful questions, work through challenges, revise their ideas, and we will make them ready for college and a research world out there. So parents who want to learn more about Research Spark Hub can always log into www.researchsparkhub.com, or you can always send me a message. All my contact is on the website.
Thank you so much. I really think that Research Spark Hub is a really good program, and I'd also like to tell the viewers, make sure to stay curious. Always do what you want to do. Never wait.